Sometimes people ask me if I use Chinese parts, and I tell them as a general rule, no. If I do, I'm real particular about it, especially some of the stuff, and it's been a while and I'm building something for myself. I said, well, if the Chinese parts are no good, it's just mine. It's not a big deal. So what I'm working on is a little Husky. This is a 340 Easy Start. This is the same as a 345, 350, 353, 351. I think there was a 346. This is actually a Chinese 346 top end somebody gave me, and I keep a couple of these going because they're handy little saws, and my dad really likes them with the Easy Start. But anyways, I needed a throttle rod. It's a long story how somebody needed one. I grabbed one off this part saw because it wasn't running. So I ordered from a reputable supplier, and I knew this wasn't OEM, and they actually had OEM for sale, and I said, no, I'm going to save a couple dollars. And thinking it's a throttle rod, how much can they screw it up? And I put the whole saw together. This is complete case up build. That's the old case. The muffler came loose and burned a hole in the oil tank there, so I put it all back together. And these clamshells, you have to glue them together and this and that. And so I put it all together, being real careful, and cranked it up, and it didn't want to get below about 5,000 RPM. And I was furious at myself. So there's got to be a leak, blasted thing. Walked away from it, came back a little bit later, and I was ready to tear it apart. And I said, wait a minute. I took the throttle rod off the carburetor. Idle's just pretty as can be. So I went and I dug another saw out, and I took the throttle rod out, and look at the difference. OEM on top, Chinese on the bottom. Look at the way the bends are. Nowhere close. If you're not looking at them side by side, they look decent. Very different throttle rods. So that's just another head on. You see the spacing difference. I mean, it's just no way it'll work. So bottom one goes right there in that file. That's where it's going to stay. Buy OEM, save yourself a lot of hassles. You'll be a lot happier. You save yourself a lot of time for a couple dollars. At this point, I've wasted over an hour dinking with this thing, trying to figure it out, and then I realized, wait a minute, I went and grabbed one off another runner, and I'm sure that's going to fix it. Considering that if I'm doing repair work for people, it's generally $35, $40 an hour. My saving $4 cost me $45, so yeah, you do the math. Y'all have a good one.